Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Halloween 2017 makeup look. Today we are going to give ourselves 3 very creepy bloody eyes. So to kick off this makeup look, I'm basically just going to be starting out with my face with just foundation and my eyebrows on, and I'm going to show you guys an eye look and our fake eye look. So I got this fake eye prosthetic from Spirit Halloween. Yes, the eye is green and my eyes are brown. I would have worn green contacts for this, but unfortunately I didn't have any, so I'm just working with the eye makeup today. So I'm just putting some tape on the outer edges of my eye to make sure that our eyeshadow is going to remain nice and sharp. And then the eye palette that I'm going to be using today is the e.l.f. Wicked eyeshadow set. I got this a few years ago and I still really like it, and I keep it for Halloween looks because the colors are just perfect for it. So the first two that I'm taking are a mix of the shimmery black and the black eyeshadow, and I'm just applying those to the outer parts of my eye just to give myself kind of like a dark, creepy, smoky eye. And the brush that I'm using is just the brush that comes with the kit. The next color that I'm taking is this really cool green one to kind of tie in with the fake eye that we're going to be putting on. And I'm just kind of sweeping this in the inner part of my eye, kind of mixing it in with the black. So we kind of have like a green, black, smoky eye going on, and so the green kind of ties in with the fake eye look. That's the best I could do. I would definitely have gotten green contacts for this, but I didn't have enough time to do so. So I'm just working with the eyeshadow, and I'm just taking a clean blending brush and blending everything together up into the crease and out onto the outer corners, and making sure everything is nice and blended in and all buffed in and all that good stuff. And if I could say that just one more time, right guys? Next, I'm just going to be giving myself a cat eye with my e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in the color black, obviously. And I'm just going to be sweeping this onto the eyelid and keeping that tape on so we have a nice, sharp eyeliner edge that kind of matches our eyeshadow, if you get my drift. Then after you do that, you can go ahead and remove the tape and apply some black eyeliner. The black eyeliner that I'm going to be using is just a jet black one by Jordana. And I'm just going to be putting this on the waterline, and I'm also going to be taking some leftover green eyeshadow that we used on our eyelid, and I'm just going to be sweeping that underneath our lower lash line to kind of tie in the green on the top and the bottom. Then to finish everything off, I'm going to go in with some CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara and just apply a decent amount of this on my top and bottom lashes. You can apply fake eyelashes if you want. I've never really been a big fan of false eyelashes the last few years, so mascara works just fine for me, but you know, whatever you want to do to make this look complete, there you go. You could probably even put a fake eyelash on the fake eye if you wanted to. Decisions. So here's basically how the eye makeup look turned out. Now we can get started in the blood, guts, and gore. So I took the eye out of the package and I'm just kind of looking around my face where I want to place it. Once I do that, I'm going to be using some liquid latex to use to adhere it to my skin. I would recommend probably Spirit Gum or Prozaid to do this, just because it's a lot easier and a little safer for your skin, but all I had was liquid latex at the moment, so I just decided to use that to apply it to my face. Once you do that, just go ahead and stick it on and make sure that it gets nice and stuck on there. Wiggle it around a little bit to make sure that it's not going anywhere. Then you're going to take some more liquid latex and put it around the edges of the prosthetic, as you can see I am doing here. And you're going to want to do this a decent amount of time, so I'm just kind of doing this to blend the edges in with my skin. And I'm going to do one coat, let it completely dry, and then I'm going to be doing another coat over top of this one. Once it fully dries, I'm going to be using another sort of latex. This is Flesh latex from Spirit Halloween. It's just a little bit more chunky and you can do more with it when it dries. I didn't really know what I was going to use this for, but I just decided to build up a couple layers of this. I did one full layer, let it dry, and then I did another layer, and as you will see in just a couple seconds, I started building up a barrier around the eye using some Kleenex. So basically all I did for that is I just ripped a couple pieces of a tissue off and kind of outlined the eye, not like a perfect circle. I kind of made it a little bit like jagged, if you know what I mean. And I kind of just stuck that over top of the Flesh latex that was still kind of drying. And then after I had my shape that I wanted, I went back over with it and applied some more latex over top and let it dry. It's a very long process, guys, okay? So just kind of bear with me. And then once that was dry, I used this HD foundation right here. First impressions coming soon. Keep an eye out for that. And I'm just going to be taking this and putting it all over the liquid latex that you can very obviously see is dry. It kind of turns like a yellow clear color once it does dry. And the foundation is just to kind of even out our skin tone to make sure that it matches fully and all that good stuff. After I did that, I just went in with some tweezers and kind of started to move it around a little bit once it was fully dry, kind of picking at it, kind of pulling the skin back, kind of making it look a little bit more gross and messed up. And as I said, I did use that Flesh latex. So what I started to do with the tweezers is I started to pick around the latex a little bit to kind of give it like a textured ripped skin kind of look. So it actually looked really cool, at least from my view. I don't know how much you guys are seeing on camera, but I really like the way it turned out. Now it's time to make it look a little bit more realistic. To start out, I'm using my Cinema Secrets Flesh stack. I think this is the zombie stack, I'm not sure. And I'm going to be mixing, as usual, the yellow and greens together to kind of create a irritated forehead looking area, and kind of blending that out with just a little seafoam sponge type thing. Next, I'm going to be taking just some black cream makeup. You can get this at any Halloween store, or you can use paint, you know, whatever your level is in special effects makeup, but cream makeup works just fine for me. And I'm just going to be putting it in the inner parts of the area to make it look deep and dark and gross. Next, I'm just going to be using a red cream makeup, also from the Halloween store, and I'm also going to be mixing it with this Sephora eyeshadow, which is Cherry on top. And I'm just going to be mixing those two together and putting that all on the inside of the appliance, kind of mixing in the black that we have already applied. Now, as you guys know, when I do looks like this, I really like them to be creepy, as much blood as possible, and just super gross looking. But I'm sure you could make this look however you wanted. You could leave it like this and make it just look a little bit pink, like that. Or you can do it my way and just add a shit ton of blood. So it's really up to you what you want to do with this. It's Halloween makeup. You're totally allowed to play around and do whatever you like. Next, I took the darker color from that Cinema Secret stack that you guys saw earlier, and it's kind of like a deep dark purple color, and I decided to add a little bit of veining on the outside of the eye to make it look like it's living, it's there, it's like a functional eye, if you know what I mean. And I'm just kind of sweeping this up, making little random lines. They don't have to be perfect, and then kind of blending them out with my finger because we don't want them to be super noticeable. We just kind of want them to be very lightly there, if you know what I mean. So I'm just kind of doing this all throughout the forehead and around the eye area. Next, I'm just going to be taking some fake blood from the Halloween store. This is vampire blood, but any other blood will do just fine. So I'm taking a decent amount of this on the cap and on a different eyeshadow brush that I don't care too much about. I'm just kind of sweeping this all inside the eye over top of that red eyeshadow. The red eyeshadow and the red cream makeup were kind of used as a base, if you know what I mean, so none of the flesh tones would be peeking through the blood. So that's kind of why I did that. Next, I'm going to be going in with just some red blood gel from the Halloween store. This is not as thick as Bloody Scab, but it's a little bit more on the goopy side, and I'm just using a little bit of this in the inner parts of the eye as well. And then, of course, we can't have a Halloween look without Bloody Scab, so that's what I'm going to be using next. On just the end of an eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to be kind of gooping this all throughout the areas, in the inner parts, all over around the eye, you know, all that good stuff. Go nuts with this. It's a lot of fun. And then I'm also going to be taking that just around the eye a little bit as well. No really rhyme or reason to this. I just kind of went a little too crazy, and then if that wasn't crazy enough, I decided to involve my fingers in this and do a little bit of finger painting around my fake, disgusting, bloody eyeball. And I'm just kind of dotting this all around the area and making it look kind of like boom, like it just popped out of my forehead with like a lot of blunt force, and there's blood everywhere. So that's just kind of what I came up with. And then I decided that my other two normal eyes, I guess you could say, I guess they looked a little bit too clean and pretty for me, so I decided to add a very small amount of blood on the bottom there and kind of blend that in with my finger. Do not get this in your eye. It is not safe for your eye. As far as I'm concerned, it's not. So just be very, very careful if you're going to do something as stupid as this, but that's just what I kind of wanted to do to kind of match it with everything. So there you go. You can do it. You don't have to do it. You know, do whatever you got to do, and then you are finally complete with your third creepy eye makeup look. I think it turned out kind of cool. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Make sure to thumbs up and go down and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and make sure you stay tuned for more Halloween looks. But as always, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much, and stay creepy.